Okay, let's join back on the test here for question number 14. Should we flip in the page? This is going to be about Shays' Rebellion. The rebellion in 1786 became a concern for many national leaders because it indicated there would be future conflicts over the spread of slavery, exposed fundamental weaknesses in the government under the Articles of Confederation, pointed to the need for federal government regulation of interstate commerce, or showed that frontier settlements were vulnerable to raids by Native American Indians. Number 15. What was one of the outcomes of Shays' Rebellion? It led some national leaders to call for a stronger national government. Daniel Shays and two others were executed. Settlers across the Carolina backcountry had to flee their homes, or George Washington once again took command of the Continental Army. So what happened after Shays' Rebellion? Okay, 16 through 19 are based on this document below. It's the checks and balances. It shows the different arrows going from one branch to the other. Use this for 16, 17, 18, and 19. Okay, number 16. Which of the following is not one of the three branches of government? Legislative, presidential, executive, or judicial? Okay, use the chart to help you. Number 17. How can the executive check the powers of the legislative branch? Can they veto legislation and laws? Can they impeach officials? Can they determine if laws are constitutional? Or can they propose constitutional amendments and changes? So we're looking at what the executive does. How does the executive check the legislative branch? Number 18. What is one way the legislative branch now checks the executive? Can they veto legislation? Can they propose constitutional amendments? Can they appoint officials? Or can they confirm and give approval of appointments? So looking at what the legislative branch does to the executive. And last, number 19, how does the judicial branch check the legislative branch? Does the judicial branch veto legislation? Does the judicial branch appoint federal judges and other officials? Does the judicial make rulings to determine if laws are constitutional? Or does the judicial propose constitutional amendments? Okay, we're looking for ways the judicial checks to the legislative. Okay, 2021 and 22 are based on this document. Okay, thanks to the Great Compromise, how many houses are there in the United States legislature? So how many houses are in Congress? Is it a 1, 2, unicameral, or equal amount of houses for each state? That's according to the Great Compromise. Number 21. Why did the large states favor the Virginia plan? So if I'm a big state, why did I want the Virginia plan? Was it because it offered a unicameral legislature? It provided an equal number of reps from each state? The number of representatives or seats was based on population? Or the national government offered shared and reserved powers for the states? Number 22. Why did small states want the New Jersey plan? It offered a bicameral legislature, provided for an equal number of representatives from each state. The number of representatives or seats was based on population, or the national government offered shared and reserved powers for the states. Okay, 23, 24, and 25 are based on this chart. Okay, we just saw this the past couple of days in class. Number 23. What constitutional principle is depicted in this Venn diagram? Is it showing federalism, popular sovereignty, checks and balances, or individual rights? 24. This diagram refers to a relationship between the national and state governments, relationship among the state governments, political system in which power is vested only in the state governments, or a political system in which power is vested only in the national government. And 25. Which of the following may be different from state to state? The ability to declare war, how much currency or money can be produced in a year, the minimum age to get married, or requirements to build a new post office. So 25 is asking about what can change from state to state. What power does the state have? Okay, you can pause, scroll back, and do anything for 13 through 25. Next questions in the next video.